Hello and welcome to Business Start Up Qatar, and this is our new episode, and this is
Julia.
Julia. Who are you?
I've been a part of your team for the last 5-6 months already, and I've been in Qatar myself since 2011. So I know it quite well. I love it here, and I'm not looking to move anywhere. I enjoy the life of expat here, and I'm glad to be part of your team and be on the journey to promote Qatar for the business opportunities as well as for the lifestyle.
And anybody that doesn't know me, my name's Steve Mackey, and I've been here 14 years, and I just love what I do. Now, we've got some really good things to let out the bag today, and congratulations, a massive congratulations to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. What a way they've come now, and this is going to be transforming for Qatar and for businesses trying to come here. So today we're going to be talking about 100% foreign ownership. Now, what has it been like normally here in Qatar? What is the formation been like? What have you got to do before now?
That's a good question, Steve, because for many people who have not been in Qatar, they would not understand why are we so excited about today's topic. So usually all these times before and years before, if you were to open a grocery store, if you were to open a kindergarten, if you were to opening any manufacturing business or anything related on the mainland, as we call it, therefore you would need to have a local Qatari partner, which would own 51% of your business shares. So it's been this way for many years, and people were accepting it and going as it would go. There are a lot of advantages of having a local partner, and it's, for example, for business development opportunities, for the network connection and so on. However, a lot of companies and people are still not 100% sure whether they want to get into 51%, partnership with Qatari investor. So therefore, this is a new rules coming up by the Ministry of Commerce, where a foreign ownership is allowed to, an expat is allowed to own 100% of the shares doing this kind of business. And you could say of how many businesses there are, and
of course.
Why is the exciting news?
The great thing about it is, again, and I'm going to read the documentation required for 100% Qatari capital establishment request. That means you can, an expat can own 100% of this company, and no more do you need in. Let me say there's about 63 categories right now, and that's approximate, but there's 1,200 activities that you can have a business under now, which you don't need a local partner. Now, that's a really big step for the Ministry of Commerce, and to be able to put that into place is fantastic. But let's just go through these things now on an individual basis. What are they going to be having to do on an individual basis to get this kind of company set up?
Exactly. So there are two ways we're looking at it, whether it's a person setting up in a company or whether it's another company opening a branch here in Qatar. So let's say in case of its individual ownership, then first step is to reserve a trade name. This is that you as a person, you would go to the ministry and submit five names that you think will suit your business. Why 5? It is because some of the names might be taken, some of the names might be not appropriate for Qatar. So then the ministry will say which name is appropriate and which one to take. This is one step that needs to be in Arabic. In general, jumping a little bit forward, all the documentations and all the requirements, they need to be submitted in Arabic, which can be a little bit of a complicated process.
But again, the biggest step that I would say with all of this is don't try and do this all on your own. There are going to be companies there are going to be companies out there that can help you with this, and there are going to be individuals and companies that are going to be able to do this themselves.
Exactly.
But because of the localization, I would strongly suggest, not just us, but I would strongly suggest you getting somebody, a professional, to make sure that you can save time and money when it comes to this type of putting all this stuff into place. So that's the first one. So the reserve name, you fill in your, the second one is the application that you fill in, which is going to be a straightforward process. Now the police clearance, you're going to need if you're an individual, right?
Exactly. So if you have been in Qatar living for more than 6 months and then you already have a Qatari ID, you can go to the local police police department and request police clearance. This is a straightforward process. However, if this is not your case and you're not a resident of Qatar, or you have been here for less than 6 months, therefore you will need to bring a certificate police clearance from your home country. So you will go to your police station, request that document, then you will need to have this document certified and translated into English initially. Then this document will need to be taken into the
your foreign office, and then to the
foreign owners, and then into the embassy of Qatar.
Yep.
Where they will as well certify it and legalize it.
Yep.
And then the same procedure you will need to do in Qatar. So
Yep.
you take it to your home country embassy in Qatar, where they do the same thing. They legalize it and certify it. And this can be a bit of a long process. That's why it's good to know it in advance and not just be put on the spot once all the documents are ready and this is the only document that's left, because this can take time.
Okay, so the police clearance is out the way. We've got that done, let's say. The next steps that you're going to need is you're going to need your Qatari ID card that a lot of people are going to have, because they're already going to be established here. And then if you're coming in on a visa or anything, you've just got to have your passport.
Exactly.
Which is a very simple thing. So that's that out the way. Now, a lot of people are going to be running scared with this one, a business plan. But it's not a big business plan. It's just outlining the key information about what your plans in are.
Exactly.
For the next
So
3
what
years.
the business plan is, that for the authorities to understand what are you going to be doing, what's your even a little bit of a financial estimates of what will your business be making, how many employees are you planning to have, what are your businesses going to be about. So it's just basically for them to understand what are you coming to do here in Qatar. So it doesn't have to be 100-page plan that's super detailed, but again, this is something that needs to be in Arabic.
And they're trying to get this so that it's as simple as possible to fill in, but it's looking for people that understand exactly what they're trying to achieve.
Exactly.
Now, we've got the beneficial owner declaration form. Again, that's writing. It's a 2-pager where you fill in required information that they're looking for. There's nothing here that is complicated. It's a form filling exercise with all the key information. It's as simple as that, really.
Exactly. It's your nationality, when were you born, where were you born. So it's in some cases just ticking the boxes.
Exactly that. Now, what we also got is we got the applicant's official authorization. And again, that just it's a form filling exercise. It's just making sure that the application has got official authorization. Recipient spokesperson official authorization. So again,
well, it's just something that the Ministry of Commerce knows that you are allowed to act on the behalf of this company, whether you are the owner of this company or that you have the right to sign and to take this document to the bank or to take it further to receive all the required documents.
Because sometimes you've got shareholders. It's not, when we're looking at these things, that it's not just an individual. In some cases, you could have 3 or 4 different shareholders. So you've just got to make sure that the person that's going to be the spokesperson, the manager, needs authorization.
Exactly.
So those are the things that you need. And the biggest thing here is that all the documents must be attested and translated into Arabic. And that's for an individual perspective, okay? So I hope we made those things clear. Reserve a trade name, fill in the establishment request application. You'll need a police clearance. That's from your, if you've been here for 6 months, you just go to the police station here and get one organized. If you haven't, then you need to get one from your own country. And you need to make sure that goes to your foreign office and to the embassy of Qatar to get that legalized. It comes back here. Normally, you get you can get that attested from one of the two. You can either get it attested from the foreign office here in Qatar or your own personnel embassy. The other one is your Qatari ID card or your passport, business plan, beneficial owner declaration form, applicant's official authorization, recipient spokesperson's official authorization. And it's as simple as that. Now, we've made it sound simple, but it is.
It is. I mean, definitely certain points to consider is, for example, if you were to open a medical center, you will need to have an approval from the medical center.
Great point.
that Ministry of Commerce knows that they are allowing you to conduct certain activities. And this is something that will come from the side of Ministry of Health, asking you to provide certain documentations, asking you to provide the certifications that you are qualified or your staff is qualified. So this is a different point that we will discuss another day.
But all of those qualifications, and let's talk about that now, all the qualifications that individuals have, they have to get those certified or those legalized, within that country of origin.
Exactly. So you're right. So one step to think, even before you're coming and applying and so on, you have a business idea, you want to come in Qatar and set up a business. Start from the basics. Start from legalizing your documentations and start to make it either in English and in Arabic preferably. So those are the things you can start even before, and this will save you a lot of time.
The biggest thing that I can say here with 14 years experience is make sure you do the preparation. And when we said at the beginning that there's many companies out there that can do this, what you want to be told is you need to be told what you need to do. And that's the key. If you're going with one of these companies, make sure that they're instructing you the best possible way to make sure that you don't waste time or effort in this whole process. Now let's go on to the company's requirements. Is there much difference there? What have we got to consider?
There are a few differences, but some of the points are the same. So again, reserve a trade name. Same step, you go in with the 5 names to the ministry you propose, because certain names will not be approved, certain names are taken. So this is the first step to do. And again, this is for company requirements. So let's say if you were opening a branch, or if you were to opening a company that's already a part of another larger organization, there are a few different requirements.
The biggest thing is, I would say, with this name, reserve name, if you've got a company that's around the world and it's established and you're bringing it here to Qatar and you're using that entity, the great thing about it is, as long as you've got all your legal documents, which we're going to go over in a minute, the company official documents, as long as you've got that name already in a different country, then they're virtually giving you that one that you've got wherever it may be in the world. So that would be the one thing that I would say in this case, but your documents has to back that up. So the trade name is going to be it should be a form of a formality.
Exactly. Then the other point is fill establishment request application. This is something that we have
talked about the individuals.
Talked about the individuals, yeah, but this is going to be more about the company, the activities of the company. This is one of the steps. Then parent company official documents. So your main company, what is it about? And Steve is about to give you a list. Yeah,
because this is a really big important part. It's a certificate of incorporation. You need the registered shareholders and the directors of that company, articles of association that you're going to need of that company. Board resolution is going to be a really big one. And the ones that I think, that you have to get all legalized are the certificate of incorporation, articles of association, and the board resolution. And there's one other document that you need to do, which is going to be the next one, which is going to be the power of attorney. The power of attorney of that person that's going to be in Qatar, that's going to be the responsible person that's going to run that company. You have to have the board resolution is going to outline that, but also the power of attorney. All these need to be legalized.
Exactly. And then the next steps is copy of the authorized person, representative passport. So it's the same thing connected to the power of attorney of who will be the person with this power of attorney walking around making applying from your company on behalf of your company. Then general manager proof of identity. So this can be the same person. Again, it's either a Qatar ID or passport copy or the passport itself. Then there will need to be a beneficial owner declaration form. Again,
two pager that fills in all the information. Very simple.
Yeah, again, the same thing as person. It's your date of birth, the country, nationality, and a few points to take in on that. And then owners or partners content letter. So basically that the company is happy for you and on their behalf to open a branch in Qatar or to open an establishment in
and
Qatar.
Sometimes that's going to be coming into the board resolution. So these are the things that you need to have in place. The one other thing that you need to have is that business plan. And again, it doesn't need to be a full-blown business plan. It needs to outline what you've got planned and what your future is going to be like in Qatar with projections, etc., and what activities and what business that you're going to be running and how you're going to make it as a business. They want to basically see that you've got the competence to go out there and run that business successfully. So those are the main things. Again, all documents need to be attested and translated into Arabic. So these are the fundamentals that you need to make sure that you've got. But let me tell you, this is groundbreaking here in Qatar to have this now being. It's been there in the background, but now they mean business. Now they've put it into, again, I'll go over it, over 60 categories and 1,200 activities. It's going to be transforming for the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. I know that we've got the free zone and we've got the Qatar Financial Centre, but this really is going to help catch up the Ministry of Commerce with all those other jurisdictions. This really is groundbreaking, and congratulations to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, because this is going to promote Qatar on a massive stage.
Exactly. Yes, and again, it's wonderful to be part of this progress. As we've said earlier, we've been here for so long and we've seen so long, so being part of it. And again, I think these days also Ministry of Commerce making it a lot more accessible. So it's a lot more written out there. The information is there. Again, there is no committee decision making. It's more as long as you have the documentations.
Great point.
Yeah. Please go ahead.
No, but because and the one thing that with my time here is that when you were going to do this in the Ministry of Commerce, you needed to get the approval of the minister. Mm-hmm. Now it's not even going to go that far. It's going to go with obviously the people within the ministry, and they're going to be able to authorize these things. So it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be more streamlined.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other things that I forgot to say in this whole thing is that there is no minimum share capital.
That's a good point to remember, yes.
Whoa.
It's something really new, because before it was over 100,000 riyals, more than that.
I remember when it used to be 200,000.
Yeah.
I was only looking at another country in the region, and their minimum share capital was nearly 500,000.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a huge opportunity to come and get yourself established and to do business here in Qatar under 100% foreign ownership.
Exactly. I think it's not just, let's say, we're talking about larger corporations and so on, but it's for the small individual owners. It's for the people who have small retail stores. It's for the people who own, let's say, smaller businesses that are not able to put up this much of the capital of 200,000 is. And not everybody was able to commit. So this opens up an opportunity, and I think it opens up business to entrepreneurs. And this will push forward people coming in and making Qatar even better and more accessible, and make our expat life even better than what it is.
Exactly. But the one thing that I would say to everybody that's out there right now that's saying, "Oh, this is unbelievable. We're on our way." Listen, do your homework. Make sure you do your market research. Don't just come on emotion and think, "Oh, my life is going to change here." Okay, it's not going to change. It's still going to take hard work, dedication, and true grit. Okay, there's frustrations in every country around the world. This is no exception. You've got to be ready. You've got to be prepared, and you've got to do your homework. So do as much as that. But let me tell you, this is groundbreaking. This really is groundbreaking for Qatar, and congratulations again. Congratulations to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry.
Yes.
You have to take advantage of this, not just because we can help you with this, and it's going to be a little bit of sales from us. We don't really matter about that. We try to keep. We do sales for our company anyway, but we try not to sell. We say to each other on a daily basis, we don't want to sell. And we don't want to sell to you, but let this sell to you. Qatar is a wonderful lifestyle. It's a great place to live. Crime rate is virtually zero. Okay, and there's great opportunities for you to start your business if you've got the hunger and desire. That's what it's going to take. So please take advantage of this and come and enjoy what opportunities are here in Qatar. There's many opportunities. It's for you to take advantage of it. Okay, thank you so much for now. From Yulia, thank you.
Yeah, just wanted to add an additional comment, is that definitely, as you said, please prepare and do your homework and learn about it in advance and so on. However, if you are not sure, we are there to help. We're there to answer any questions. We're there to guide you in the right directions. We're there to suggest you whether it's worth it or not worth it. Maybe you think or reconsider and so on. So we also, because it's quite easy to run only on the emotions. And you are quite right. It takes persistence. It takes effort. And again, that's why a business plan there in place is not just because I want to do it, but how are you going to do it? So something that helps you to stick over with.
It needs to be your rudder. It needs to be your rudder so that you know exactly what you're planning for, project, and make sure that you fulfill. The other things is, listen, make sure you subscribe to our channel. That's the first thing. Give us a thumbs up, but also do us a favor. Put in the comment section, put some questions you want answering, and then next one, we'll do those questions for you, okay? Anything you want to ask away. We'll answer those questions and we'll give you as much help and support as we possibly can. Anyway, thanks very much for listening for this one. Until next week, bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.